some of the PBA's bright young stars will be in the spotlight in today's second game here in Antipolo. The Phoenix Fuel Masters try to stretch their winning run before engineered by this group of athletic young guns. Rain or Shine, on the other hand, will try to snap a two-game slide and join the party of people who've already scored wins. It's a rainy Tuesday evening here at the United Center as we try to turn the page. Either side, it'll do. I disagree that sasakit na ulo ko tonight. Iba sasakit sa akin. Kakatawa with you tonight, I'm sure.
I'm just so happy to finally be with you, Seb. Hindi yung kilala naman natin isang kaibigan natin. Pero mag-focus tayo dito sa
Okay.
Itong laro natin, itong Rain or Shine Elasto Painters and itong Phoenix Fuel Masters, they are in Group B. Pag nakita natin, the teams are separated into two groups. Each team will play their group mates twice. Phoenix at 3-0, top of the standings right now. Rain or Shine 0-2, needing na makakuha na ng kanilang unang panalo their first two games. Really, they struggled against Blackwater, tinampakan sila. And then against Meralco, had a good start, not able to have a good finish. On the other hand, itong Phoenix naman, kita mo nga, previous game nila against Barangay Ginebra. Prior to that, they beat Meralco and Magnolia. In that previous game, you like what they have done. They limited Ginebra to just 78 points. And tingnan mo yung field goal shooting nila. 46% on only 66 attempts. That is just a great statistic because very efficient ang nilang ginawa. But you want to have more attempts than that. 18 assists, limiting Ginebra to 15. 16 fast break points and then 32 points in the first quarter. First three games of Phoenix, maganda parate ang kanilang simula.
And they were careful not to lose that game against Ginebra in the end game. Can you imagine if Team Con found out after being thrown out that they won the game pala because of this end game mistakes ng Phoenix. But Rain or Shine, they're trying to snap this two-game slide.
Sila naman maganda ang kanilang simula in that game against Meralco and Rain or Shine. You look at them, really, one thing that you look at is the rebounding. Tinambakan sila sa rebounding 46-30 and only 2 offensive rebounds, 14 being given up to Meralco. No second chance points obviously for Rain or Shine. And then nga, third quarter points, they gave up 41 in that third quarter, only 23 for them. Yung 41 na yun was led by Chris Banquero and that's where really lumaki yung kalamangan ng Meralco and they had a hard time to get back in the fourth quarter.
Try mo in 10 seconds to do your report, Bel Gregorio.
Wala pang isang linggo nang mawala si Gian Mamuyac sa Rain or Shine, kaya naninibago pa rin ng Elasto Painters. Siya kasi ang pasimuno ng kalokohan at ingay sa ensayo. But according to Coach Yang, despite it being a progressive adjustment, a silver lining in the dark clouds ay nagpakilala na ang kanilang rookie na si Deo Cuahaw na pumuno ng minuto ni Mamu. 3 at isang 4-pointer ang binuo sa kanilang huling laro. As Elasto Painters have yet to tally a win, dalawang bagay ang hinahanap pa niya. Mahigpit na depensa and sheer effort and determination in crashing the boards. Let's find out now who our starters are.
Point guard from San Fernando, Union number 19, Tyler Tio. Shooting guard from Rosario, Union number 20, Kenneth Tubin. Small forward is a Fuel Masters reinforcement number 2, BJ Johnson. Power forward from Pangasinan, number 3, Jason Perkins. In the center from the Ilocos Norte, number 1, Kai Malungay. Coaching the Fuel Masters is George Chu. It is now time to meet the starters for the Rain or Shine Elasto Painters. Point guard from Caloocan City, number 8, Anton Asisjo. Shooting guard from Tondo, Manila, number 1, Adrian Novo. Small forward from Magsaysay, Davao General, number 22, Joner Clarito. Power forward from Roa City, Camis, number 44, Christian Manaytay. And then center is the Elasto Painters reinforcement, number 10, Aaron Fuller. Coaching the Elasto Painters is Yen Yao. Game officials are Robin Bruta, Marty Montoya, Erwin Traballo, and James Paez. This game is
Ito
under the
yung
supervision
apat
and
na
regulation.
mapapagod bukod sa atin dalawa. Dahil rat-rat patrol itong dalawang A lot of young kids and just starting their careers in the PBA are on the floor tonight, though.
Well, you gotta love how these young guys being given opportunities at the highest stage of Philippine basketball. Na talaga makapagpakita. You can see the athleticism, the grit, and just guys just wanting to compete day in and day out.
And the toss, the tap, won by the Fuel Masters. Tyler Teal. Magkakaroon ng milestone ito. I saw that on Instagram. About to get married dito.
And what I like about Tyler Teal, yung kanyang steadiness. And remember, he was playing really well for about a year and a half ago, and then had a number of injuries. And then now slowly but surely getting back into his top level of playing basketball.
Alam na niya yung gagawin niyang goal, ano ha? Kung hindi pumasok na tira sa labas, sige, di point guard tayo. Yung import ng Phoenix is such an exciting player to watch. In the meantime, here's Rainer Shine with their first touch of the ball. Here's the setup job, the outside attempt, just a bit offline for Christian Manaytao.
Both teams, you know, these both teams, makikita mo talaga have invested in a lot of young talent.
Yes.
And these guys, pati coaches, di ba? Pag tingnan mo ito si Coach Charles Chu, a very young coach in the PBA, and you've seen what he can do for the two teams that he's coached.
You know naman, and you've worked with him in your other associations, and he's just great basketball mind. Ano?
Student of the game, ang maganda dito kay Coach Charles. Si Coach Charles kasi, ano talaga, he's got a passion. It's his passion. He loves the game. And makikita mo talaga, he's more than willing to learn. He listens to his assistant coaches, values yung mga inputs na binibigay nila.
Nocom has the first basket of this game. Ty Malunggay is here. The Elasto Painters trying to snap that two-game slide. Here's Johnson. He's open attempt. No. And the rebound is taken away by Clarito, but the pass too high. Clarito felt that maybe somebody in green touched it. It's a balmy night, you know. It's the rain poured just before the first game. Where were you at that point? On the way up, no?
Nasa opisina pa.
Wow. Hindi ka naman na-traffic.
Hindi naman. Normal lang.
There are good days, bad days, eh, no?
About an hour, 15 minutes to get from Pasig.
Si Ben Gregorio lang alam kong hindi natatraffic.
Oo, hindi natatraffic dito.
Hello! And we have our time with that slammed up.
You talk about the excitement and the way to start the ball game para dito sa kanilang import. And you can see that they're coming off a game against Barangay Ginebra, and he showed really well in that game as well. At hindi siya ganun kalaki. Ito
pero
payat,
athletic,
bilis, and very athletic.
Pero alam mo, ang saya siguro ng practice nito kahapon kasi nanalo the other day, di ba? Hindi matanganan ni Perkins, labas ang bola. Ito'y mapupunta sa Rainer Shine.
And you can see si Coach Charles, yung magaling pumili din ng import. Nakita mo yung mga napipili niyang import, tumatagal.
Kasi nasanay din siya studying the available talent when he's forming teams with those things that you worked on before, you know?
Saka talagang very much in touch with that basketball, not just in the Philippines, but in Asia and all over the world.
May mga ganong tao.
Tsaka madami siyang connections that, will give him kumbaga mga recommendations ng mga imports.
Pero
very handy.
You're just being nice. He's a basketball nerd. That's what he is. You're just being nice to him. And we can tease him because we've worked with him. Oh, look at this move. Yes, sir. Kalimuyan din pala ito.
4 points for him. All 4 points ng Phoenix galing sa kanilang import. At ito yung kinakailangan bantayan ng Phoenix. Itong Rainer Shine is a team that likes to run.
Yeah.
And especially their import, itong si Aaron Fuller, hindi napapagod yan. Takbo ng takbo, up and down.
Medyo nagiging regular ang starting five ng Phoenix with this unit on the floor.
He started all 3 games.
Yeah, si Yengiao naman, on the other hand, you know how he does it.
Parating iba. At si Aaron Fuller lang ang constant na nagsastart ng ball game. Pero mapapansin mo, ang constant kay Coach Yen kung sino nagtatapos ng laro.
Nocom assist yun. Manaytay, Fuller. Stop. To the side we go. Open shot. Second attempt won't work still for Christian. Pero tinira niya. In the context of the book of Yengiao, bukas ka, tira ka. Gusto ko yung attitude na gano'n. Yung teaching na gano'n.
Oo.
Diba? Parang hindi gan siya eh. Kung pumasok, fine. Kung hindi pumasok.
And paano mag-i-improve pag hindi mo bibigyan ng opportunity,
Exactly.
bibigyan ng kumpiyansa?
Nokong last shot.
Just like this guy, di ba? Because nabigyan siya ng opportunity and nakapagpakita siya, you know, tuloy-tuloy ang kanyang kumpiyansa, tuloy-tuloy ang kanyang minuto.
Runner. Tyler Teo's attempt does not work, and the rebound picked up from the floor. But Larito slows it down, waits for the rest of the gang, big steps, and finally gets a bucket. After 3 attempts, 1 made is mighty good.
Usually for Rain or Shine, the guys that start out the ball game, parang meron talaga silang mga hinahanap. Parang, okay, it's your time to shine naman. The thing, and, you know, the guys that don't get too many minutes when they start out, and they're really, parang merong usapan na, sige, siyang bigyan natin ng bola para makakuha ng kumpiyansa.
Kanina sa warm-up, kausap ko marami, si Antonio Sischo, I'll tell you about him later. Si Bob Belga, sabi ko, oy, ikaw na pinakamatanda dyan. Sabay turo sa kabila kay Rafi Ribi.
Oo, si Rafi. Kasabayan ko yan eh.
Bata pa ako, player na yan eh. Bilis talaga. Napaka-defensive na tao nito si Bo.
Well, Rafi is 48 years old.
Yeah, but still playing.
Andiyan pa rin, di ba? At ang gandang pick-up, I really like that pick-up because he brings not just the ability niya, di ba, of being a center, being a rim protector, pero yung being a statesman and a man that can really help your culture in basketball.
And if you ask anybody who's been his teammate, Magnolia, and even in our old league, you know, he works hard at being fit.
Yes.
By the way, earlier Balungay hit the basket, and Kai, if he develops that short-range shot from that position, it'll be very valuable. That's a whistle. 4-4. You see Christian ang foul. First foul. Jimmy gesture si Roseler Yao. Yang Yao. What's a game without Yang saying something?
Ay, ang maganda kay Coach parate mong alam kung anong sinasabi niya. Hindi mo kailangan manghula. Diba? He makes everybody know what's on his mind.
Traveling and tawag. And look at Perkins. He doesn't know. He's been hit with this one. This is where you try to calm down your team, ano? Ito, medyo you're behind early on, and then you feel some of the whistles not going your way. Here's a Sistio. Tyler Teo watching him. Noko. Christian goes up. Phoenix complains there may have been no foul according to them. But I think it's Balungay who's called for it his first.
So 3 team fouls already for Phoenix, only 1 for Rain or Shine.
It's a day for complaining, ano? Even that first game. Oh boy. It's a competitive day here in the PBA. We'll be right back.
Side away from Aaron. Okay? You have to be away from Aaron. Okay? Stay on the angle so that you can get hit here. And then post up Aaron. Okay? Space. We have a 45 cut.
Rain or Shine's going up against the Phoenix Fuel Masters here in Anares, Antipolo. And despite the Fuel Masters bannering a spotless record, that does not excuse them from Coach Charles pointing out how many turnovers they've been committing in their victories.
Okay, yeah. We got our signals crossed just a bit. We'll try to get to Belgregor in a short while. But we want to talk about Fuller, who's a returnee to Yang.
Yes. Well, Aaron Fuller, alam natin, naglaro siya sa Rain or Shine in the previous Governor's Cup. And unfinished business din para sa kanya. Naalala natin, nasundot yung kanyang mata. And, diba? Nasundot yung kanyang mata and injury. Not able to go into the next round.
Tama si Dr. J sa inyong dalawa ni Magu. Kasi theory ni Dr. J ng isang gabi na bata pa kayong dalawa, mas marami kayo naaalala. Sabi ko kay Dr. J, wala sila sa'yo. Ang mas mahaba. Hindi, no. Si Dr. No. Pero tama kayo kay Fuller. No? Nasundot, ano?
Oo, nasundot yung kanyang mata eh.
Good start by Rainer Shine. Early 5-point lead. Tyler sends it to the side. Tuck in. Oh boy, this guy can shoot. He's a knockdown shooter.
Yung maganda dito kay Kentop, na lumalabas na ulit yung laro niya.
Oo.
Initially came into the league, he was aggressive, and then kind of became a little bit passive. And then ngayon, makikita mo na talagang kinausap siya. I feel na coaching staff to be, to take those shots when it is available.
This will work.
Strong move by Noko.
Nakakatawa yung great trust ng Rainer siya, no? Lalaking Kaloy,
Si Mike Bendia. Coach Kaloy and Coach Mike, matagal na rin magkasama yan with Coach Yang.
even when Kaloy became head coach.
Yes. And ang maganda dito yung kanilang samahan, di ba? They understand yung mga duties nila kung yung kinakailangan nilang gawin to be successful.
Ayan na po. Si Rafi Rivas.
Rafi Rivas, 48 years old and still playing in the league. At parang yung itsura niya, Seb, parang 2001 lang.
Oo, hindi naman nagbaba. Frozen in time yan.
Oo. And again, yung dinanda rin that winning culture for Rafi Rivas. And kailangan mo sa ganitong komperensya to be able to defend some of the efforts and be that rim protector. Kasi alam natin, itong Phoenix is not such a tall team. They're quick, they're strong, but not that tall.
Hey, Nocom is picking his spots well, giving them a 3-point lead based on his 8 points. Richie Rivera, by the way, is in the game already. Best player last time around against Ginebra. Basically just drove to the basket, which got the goal to Tim Cone because he hated it, because Richie kept carrying apart their defense.
Nakakalusot, di ba? All the way to the basket. Itong si Richie Rivera. And that's really his game.
Yep. And the meantime, this is poked away, but to be retained by the Elasto Painters. The time remaining 4:48.
Magagalit ka talaga kung yun na yung nakasulat sa scouting report, yun na yung pinipera nyo, at nasutan pa rin kayo with the same thing.
Yung ganun, Dong, ito ang Phoenix. Naglaro nung Sunday.
Yeah.
Buti nanalo. Masaya practice kahapon.
Yeah, and a lot lighter.
Pero one day, wala na recovery. Ano?
Parang playoff yung dating.
Okay. Bell now, try this report.
Phoenix may be bannering a spotless record, but that doesn't excuse them from Coach Charles pointing out how he still needs a little bit more convincing with how they play, considering the many turnovers that they commit. Nangunguna sila dyan, averaging 18, tallying 21 in their victory against Ginebra. Kaya coming into this game, ikinakabahala ni Coach Charles that Rainer Shine's bound to get their bearings going out of desperation. Kaya sense of urgency and the same desperation din ang gusto nyo makita sa Fuel Masters. Balik sa inyo.
Parang hindi mawala yung edge, no?
Yeah,
So,
100% agree, di ba?
Yeah, nice.
Bakit nilalaro ng Rainer Shine baka matapat sa'yo. So you really need to come up with even more. You know that Rainer Shine to begin with is such a dangerous team.
And it's a proud team based on the way Yang coaches them. He probably gave a great speech in the locker room.
Hindi mediocre itong team ito. Rainer Shine, nakakailang semifinals na yan.
And Charles just knows that.
Yeah.
He knows that.
Hindi dahil 3-0 kayo, papasok kayo dito kalaban ng Rainer Shine that you think that you've already won half the game. You gotta put in the work and compete every single possession.
And battle Rainer Shine every step of the way. You're right. 19-14 remaining, and time for 10. 2 free throws that will make it a 6-point lead.
Seb, balikan natin yung tatlong laro nitong Phoenix.
Sige.
One against Magnolia, 98-86. One against Meralco, 98-97. And then their third game against Barangay Ginebra, the previous, last Sunday, 81-78 by 3. What you can really see dito sa Phoenix is they're holding opponents down. It's really the defense that's been helping them win ball games.
And Johnson has just scanned a shot from the outside. Yeah, still lumikmat sa rebounds. He has 9 points already. That ball is tapped away. Nocom zipped it over to Clarito. The attack, it's going to be a blocking foul. Unestablished position to the consternation and disappointment of the Phoenix bench.
While they're complaining. And
Say that again. Say that again.
while they are complaining, itong Phoenix, just to put things into perspective, di ba sinabi natin, depensa nakakapagpanalo sa kanila. The plays like that will help you. But at that time, ang tawag ng mga referees that it is a blocking foul.
May kasamang warning yata ng flap. Tama ba ako? Pero the foul has been called. Wala nang yun.
So hindi naka-establish ang position.
Ito na masaya. Ito si Mamuyac. Sige, producer Merv Villar, labas mo lahat sa mga storya mo.
Oh, pero bago nun, number 2 defensively. Best defensive team itong Phoenix right now in the league, only giving up 87 points a goal.
Ang defense from a coaching standpoint, you just cannot just insist on it. Ano? It has to grow organically in the team that we want to do it.
Effort yan eh.
Di ba?
Walang off night sa defense.
All that jazz, di ba? But it has to come in out of the growth of a team, in its pride, in its work.
Pero ano rin eh, you set the culture also.
Oh, of course.
As the coach, right? That you value defense. And makikita naman natin the winningest coach in the PBA. Even, you know, Tim Cohn always emphasizes defense. Coach Norman Black, always defense. Strong Yoshiko, you know, defense talaga what they preach.
Mike Malonzo has entered the ball game. So has Caracut. And so has Kalen Johnson. Whoa, that's a foul.
Just knew exactly what to do with that. He knew he had his quickness. One ball fake. Tumalon itong si Kalen Chongson.
Kumagat eh.
Kagat eh.
It's a close first quarter with 3:20 to go, 2017. Earlier today, we had Meralco escaping in the end game, 116 to 114, if I'm not mistaken. We were teasing each other along with the sports writers. So I said, malis ka rito kundi overtime.
Oo, andito ka.
Antayin nyo si Dominic, sabi ko, for the second game.
Tapos, sa first game, di ba si Charlie yun? Ang dami ding overtime na nalalaman nun.
Walang tatalo sa ating dalawa. You wanna go far back?
Triple overtime?
Walang tatalo sa atin. Kung minsan, nasa rush ka, nandito ako eh.
Meron pa din.
Ito. 4 ang lamang ng Raynor Shine. Ang bilis ng pace ng game.
And, you know, that's what really happens when you have a very young team.
Yep.
A lot of energy. And even if you're coming from a game with just one day in between, laking, ano pa rin, mataas pa rin yung energy.
Raynor Shine with the edge of the paint production. Well, that's their business, di ba? Oh, sa taas. Dali, may foul. Nagpibibito si referee Montoya.
And this is what we're talking about, yung tumatakbo itong Raynor Shine, getting opportunities on the fast break.
Yeah.
That's something you always need to watch out for.
In the meantime, the Elasto Painters are charged or have called a foul, a timeout rather, at 22:18. Their timeout will progress during this break. For a moment, you may have thought that Gian Mamuyac was lost and went to the wrong locker room, but you have to understand he was 5th overall pick by Raynor Shine. In 2022, two-time All-Star, 2025 Sportsmanship, Wally served as their team captain. Boy, and that trade happened. Gian was touch and go whether he would go abroad.
Ended up moving to Phoenix, and mahirap yan para sa pareho.
As I was telling you, I was talking to Anton's assistant. Said, "Tayo mo gagawin ko kay Mamuyac."
Uy,
kung ano man yun.
Oo. Dapat sinabi, pag hindi natin napansin, dapat ituro niya.
Sen. In the meantime, take away. Uy, shove off. Offensive foul. Si Caracut ang pinagbubuntuan ng galit ni Yeng. Kasi wasted opportunity.
Yes.
He's not
clear yun. Offensive foul.
It's not the call. It's the wasted possession. 24-18. Here's Richie Rivera. Iba na naman ang sapatos. Iba yung sapatos sa isang gabi. Uy! Referee Gruta with an emphatic call.
Ano na yan, ha? Chongson.
Si Chongson, nalala ko complaining when he was trying to guard Justin Brownlee. Well, if you guard the imports, you're bound to end up with fun. He doesn't want to stop.
Ang sinasabi niya kasi, medyo soft ang pakiramdam niya dun sa tawan. Right? Lalo na pag-import ang binabatay. You know that very physical itong si Kalen Chongson.
For somebody who isn't really all that bulky or muscular, he has this unenviable job of having to guard the guest player, no? Eh, kasi smart player, kasi uy.
And he can defend smaller guys, bigger guys. Yun ang maganda dito kay Kalen Chongson.
Fuller to Caracut. The setup job for Chongson. Here's the drive. To the side we go. Wide open shot. Fuller drops it.
Kompleto rin talaga yung laro nito si Aaron Fuller. Alam mo, even that game against Meralco ng fourth quarter, pumupuntos nun itong si Aaron Fuller.
And now,
over there.
Sorry, and now 11 points na si Fuller. And the report of Bell earlier, when she talked to Charles, the concern that, you know, Rain or Shine could be our Waterloo tonight. As Mamuyac drive.
Mababalikan.
And Charles is all over the referee. First time I've seen Charles like this. Could get a warning here.
Yeah, could be a warning or a technical. Bira mo makita na he's in his ear.
Referee pa is technical.
Phoenix Super LPG Fuel Masters head coach Charles Chu for using profane language.
Really? Charles says that?
May alam siyang profane language? Parang hindi eh. Di ba? Yung dating niya eh.
No, really?
Yeah.
Okay. The free throw, the technical is delivered upon him. You know, he's trying to fire up his team.
Yes.
So, just like the other night when team was trying to do that. Their team was, they're playing subpar for whatever reason.
And could be wanting to be on the same level as Coach Yeng in terms of being in the ear of the referees.
Here we go, 28-20 with 1:35 remaining. Caracut and Nokom working the backcourt. Minsan nagkakamali talaga ako din. Caracut na Nokom. Even assist yun, pag sumide view. Nung nandiyan si Gian sa kanila, wala akong problema. Iba yung tapos si Gian eh. Ito si Gian sa kanto. Dapat tinira na siguro. Rivera 3. Wala. Rebound sa ilalim, foul. 14, Caracut. Second on Andrei.
Still an 8-point lead by Rain or Shine. Largely led itong Rain or Shine by Nokum. Nokum has 11 and Fuller with 11 as well.
Ito na yung tinatanong ko sa inyo kanina. Deo, wow. Ayun.
He had a really good game against Meralco, especially in the first quarter. Kung makikita nyo, may tape yung mukha niya is because natamaan siya ng elbow nitong si Cliff Hodge and was not able to finish that ball game towards the end kasi nangyari yun in the fourth quarter. if I'm not mistaken.
Ito si Santos. Seven ang laman ng Rain or Shine as we approach the final minute of quarter number 1. Wow, Fuller. Fuller fakes, pivots. Outside we go to Caracut. Open shot. Lobo. Undergoes that. Yes.
Remember the offensive rebounds na sinabi natin kulang para dito sa Rain or Shine in that previous game against Caracut. That's how you do it for Rain or Shine.
Mike Malonzo with the follow. In the meantime, Richie Rivera will earn a trip to the free throw line. Ito si Richie, pag sumarpen yung outside shooting nito, this will even become deadlier.
Way harder.
Ang galing ng drives niya eh.
Slasher talaga eh.
Somebody's in for Rain or Shine. It's Luis Villegas.
Villegas actually gave a good account of himself in their game against Meralco. Tignan natin muna yung averages nitong si Richie Rivera, 14 points, 6.3 rebounds.
Free throw won't bite, but Phoenix still has the ball. Santos fakes. Johnson is all over it. Here's Rivera. Starts that familiar grind and loses the basketball. Here comes the breakaway. The pass, Villegas over to Caracut. Back to Caracut from Johnson. Shot clock at 10. 1 second difference between the two clocks. Titira na ni Johnson, hindi. Sayang. Ayun na naman siya. Wasted opportunity. Biglang basket at the other end. JL De Los Santos completing the breakaway. Hindi nakatira ang Rain or Shine.
Oh. Well, turnover when Rivero held that basketball, right? Good stop by Rain or Shine. But on the other end, naka-steal din itong si Richie Rivero. Getting that steal on Kalen Chongson. Then last second, dishing it out to De Los Santos. De Los Santos completing that play.
In the meantime, first quarter drops its curtains. We'll be right back with your second quarter very, very shortly.
It's nice to win. You know, they kicked our butts big time last conference. At least nakabawi kami kahit papano ng isa, even if elimination pa lang.
Hala, di mo naman ang kanyang lineup na tinalo.
At yung tatlong yun, magkakasama sa Alaska yun.
Oo nga.
Diba?
Oo nga.
I mean, you look at how long Coach Tim has been here. You know, a lot of the coaches have played under him or coached with him. And you really understand yung ginagawa ni Coach Tim. And that's why you admire Coach Tim even more, is because even if he's been in the league so long, sabi mo, nabasa na or masa-scout mo na kung paano siya mag-coach. But he's such a great coach that he's able to instill yung kultura na gusto niya, yung decision-making at yung gusto niyang gawin. And, you know, with different teams, different eras. Also, in the 90s, in the 2000s, in the mid-2000s.
Bilisan mo
and now.
kasi maganda ito sasabihin.
Oh, okay.
Si Charles hindi makaangal kasi may technical
Meron
na
na
siya.
isa.
Kasi si Justin Chua, nagkamali. Kung wala pa siya technical, sasabihin, hindi yung referee niya. Si Justin ang pinagalitan niya. Ay, buhay coaching nga naman talaga. Inside to Villegas. And Rain or Shine is flowing here, Dom.
going to the open spot that time. Itong si Luis Villegas. At yun yung sinabi natin in the previous game. Itong si Luis Villegas had 10 points. Gave a good account of himself.
May history din ng injury ito eh.
Yes. Remember, he did not play, if I'm saying, the entire first year. Itong si Villegas. At parang ang tinatanong, considered ba siyang rookie nung second year niya kasi hindi siya nakalaro?
And then may
first year.
May contract na ng first year. Ang wala sa kanila pa rin, si Datu, si Limenti rin. No?
Datu should be coming back.
Ito yung,
I would say.
Ito yung scouting report. Bantayan si Rivero. All night long. Here's Rivero. They have a 14-second shot clock. Mamuyac is pressed in by two defenders. Kai, Rivero, Santos, good fake. Nice switch over by Villegas. Mamu is free. No. Ball is loose. Kai takes it away. Here's Mamuyac. Fires with a jumper. No, won't stay down.
Kasi napakalaking bagay ng first quarter. 10 ang turnover nitong Phoenix. And then Rainer Shine. However, though, only scoring 4 points off those turnovers. Not really able to capitalize.
Which was the bane of Yan Jiang in first quarter. He missed opportunities in certain possessions. And suddenly, Rainer Shine now has its biggest lead at 10. Libre si Richie. Will he drain it? No. Balungay fights for it. Taken away by Caracut to the other end. Back to Caracut. Long pass. Who's going to shoot? This one will not work. And there's a foul underneath. Yang is asking for what look maybe an unsportsmanlike foul. Caracut is sprawled on the floor here.
Also, going back to the statistics in the first quarter, 18 of the 30 points ng Rainer Shine galing sa loob ng paint.
Kaya naman pala. Kaya naman pala. Watch the basket underneath. He was trying to armbar sana sa may shoulder and may chest area. Pero hindi no? Ano sabi ni Magu? Pag matagal ang review, mabigat ang desisyon.
Most likely.
Pag mabilis ang review,
the initial call stays.
$35-25 is the count. Again, earlier today, we had a win by Meralco against Blackwater. Close at Calaco, overtime, 116-114. Winning basket by Chris Newsom, but the best player was Chris Banquero.
Upon review, it was an unsportsmanlike foul on number 25, Richie Rivero. Substitutions.
Unsportsmanlike siya. And in the parlance of FIBA, there is no longer a flagrant. It's all unsportsmanlike. At saka may certain categories yan. In the meantime, free throws drilled in by Caracut. First one, that is. 11. Is that the biggest lead? Biggest lead. Tama.
A good thing about it is para dito sa Rainer Shine, this quarter, they've already, that's a 7-0 second quarter start para dito sa Rainer Shine.
Hindi pa may score ang Phoenix.
And to think, Phoenix yung nakascore ng huli ng first quarter. Layup.
That's why Charles has to sit down now. Contemplate their next move because they have not produced the basket here. That won't work. This, again, no attempt. Tira niyo, sinasabi niya. And Wow apologizing. Here's De Los Santos, who got into a run-in with RJ Abarientos. Pinato ni Abarientos din sa kanya yung bola.
Sa init ng laro.
Yak. Pass to the side, wide open. No. Two white shirts, go for it. Touch last by those two white shirts. Bakit sa bahay, nung pagtatayo ka, pag nahiga ka ng dapakan, walang magtataas eh. Sa basketball, meron.
Kasi yung sahig, masakit.
Diba? Diba nakalata sa IG ngayon, usong-usong. How to stand up without using your knees. Sinubukan ko.
Roll over.
Nagkabuhulbo. Wala. Perkins, mata ang ginamit pang fake. Pero ang tira hindi pumasok.
Ang dating matang ginagamit pang fix si Berhel Meneses.
Tama yan. Drive down the baseline. Walang pinuntahan. Ang daming empty possessions na Rainer Shine. Pagamat naman sila. Here's Mamuyac. Block by Villegas. Takbo ang Elasto Painters. Set up. Johnson. Inasinta. Kaman! At biglang 40, 25, 15 ang lamang.
That's a 10-0 run here in the start of the second quarter. So in 3 minutes, scoreless, etong Phoenix, and then giving up 10 points. This is not how you want to start this second quarter.
Well, Rainer Shine was running 7-0, and suddenly Phoenix decided, let's trip that 7-0, and Phoenix ended up winning that game.
Oh, they played really well in that second half. Itong Phoenix, Tyler Theo, the hero of that ball game, and dealing itong Phoenix their first loss after such a strong 7-0 start.
And it's still a scoreless second quarter, 4 minutes old here for Phoenix.
Magkaiba naman. Itong Phoenix ang unbeaten ngayon, 3-0.
Yeah.
Itong bigyan naman ng unang pagkatalo ng Rainer Shine itong Phoenix.
Libre sa kanan. Malakas, may foul. Hindi natiis ni De Los Santos. Sinubukan abutin yung bola. Huwag kang tatayo. Huwag kang tatayo.
Oo, para i-review.
Huwag kang tatayo. Ito. Yung went landing spot.
Hindi naman tinamaan. Tinamaan niya, it's a foul, yes, but hindi naman naapakan yung paa niya. Hinahawakan niya yung shin niya.
Player talaga, unang hawakan, no?
Tuhod.
Bell has a report, go.
3-3, 1-4 ang pinaula ni Deo last game. Perfect from the two-point area. Ayon sa kanya, lumalabas na yung pagkakomportable niya sa kanyang mga kakampi. Pagpasok niya sa Rainer Shine, he already had his outside shooting. But after last conference, he felt mas kailangan niyang i-improve yung timing at kung paano gumalaw alongside his teammates. Kwento rin niya na bago sumabak sa PBA, hindi naman siya mabilis naman na laro. He also didn't belong to a fast team. Kaya he had to keep working to reach this comfort level that he is now in. Gentlemen.
Adjustments talaga. Yep. Pag umabot ka sa level nito. Thank you, Bell.
And makikita mo kasi, may magaling ako mag-shoot. Ano pa kinakailangan ko? Kailangan niya, work on the timing, work on your rhythm, work on your quickness. Kasi yung opportunities that you will get dun sa offense ng Rainer Shine, kung mabagal ka, you won't get the opportunities.
Finally, long 4-minute silence by Phoenix ends as they hit this three-point check courtesy of Tyler Theo. Johnson sends it to the side and somebody's on the sideline.
That's Luis Villegas.
Some returnees, Fuller back in, as well as John Clarito. Ang tila at injured si Leonard Santillan din.
Oh, alam hindi rin nakabihis. Correct.
Uy, ganda crossover.
Can you imagine kung kompleto itong Rain or Shine? Stanley Pringle.
Ay, isa po yun. Matagal na rin. Oh! 2 trays in a row. And the lead is slashed down to 11. 9 points already by Tuffin.
Tuffin, all his 9 points coming from the 3-point area.
Here's Caracut. That will not fall it. Pag Araneta Coliseum, hirap ako doon sa Caracut. Asistio. At saka Sinoco. Pag dito, walang problema. Floor level.
Malapit.
Floor level. But you like Araneta.
Yes.
Taas.
Taas. Tama. See the play a little bit better.
Dito.
Pero pwede mong difference kay Caracut is parang siyang may arm sleeve, di ba?
Okay. Tsaka, tinatamaan tayo ng bola dito.
Yun. Kailangan mas mabilis ka umilag.
Or sumalo. Minsan nga si Coach RJ sumasalo ng bola, nagsasalita pa. Yun ang bilib ako. As you watch the play develop, Puk, and as I return the ball, di ba? Galing ni Gregorio to sa ganun.
Coach RG naman, naglaro din yan eh. Diba? Aside from winning 5 championships in the PBA.
Ewan, siya tanong din
5, if
mo.
I'm not mistaken, 5.
Yeah,
Tanongin natin si Bell. Alam ni Bell yan sigurado. 3-time coach of the year, if I'm not mistaken.
Yan ang lagi niyang, yan ang kanyang hashtag. Ito si assist check. Pass, top of the keyhole. Oh, hey, Mr. Villegas delivering a long one, top of the
6
key.
points in the second quarter.
And he restores a 12-point lead for the Elasto Painters. 6:35 to go. Alam mo, maganda ang depensa ng Rain or Shine tonight eh. Lalo na dito sa second quarter. Balik si Noco.
Yung rhythm na hinahanap ng Rain or Shine nandyan. Simula pa lang yung laro. In the previous game against Meralco, they had it in the first quarter. But then Meralco came fighting back. And that big third quarter for Meralco was what really did them good.
Ooh, look at that. Big rebound. And the follow-up by Kai Balungay.
Somebody's got to get a body on Balungay.
Pass inside. There's a arm lock foul called against
That's really
Elasto Painters. When Yang has to make a point, he does that with his 2 hands, no? Actually, he just shouts. Dinig naman. Para siya may hand megaphone.
Tapos inaantay niya talaga tumahimik.
Or, yung camera, alam niya kasi ang trabaho sa broadcast, pag umiwas sa kanya, saka siya sisigaw. Samantala, just quickly, no, because na-share ni Magu ito, the Asistio family lost their grand uncle who was the former congressman from, alam mo, Caloocan sila eh, no? Luis Baby Asistio passed away. But
Our condolences.
kapatid daw ng lolo niya, sabi ni
si Magu batang kalunan yan.
Oh. Yung Asistios are from that part of town. Sipin mo nung araw, mag-aaral ako sa atin. Nung araw, yung school bus, pwede tumaan ng Caloocan, pwede tumaan. Tatating ako sa klase, makakopya pa akong kumang.
Maaga ka pa.
Makakopya pa akong
Ngayon, 2 kilometers, mga 1 hour.
Good luck. And I come from Santa Cruz, Manila. Kaya nakilala ko rin yung Caloocan. In the meantime, hindi makashoot si Tyler. Si Taco. Oh! Ang lutong ng bitaw!
Catch and shoot for Tuffin.
12. Puro 3 yan. Talagang knockdown 3-point shooter, ano? Aganda ng drive. Hindi lang pasok yung follow-up. Si Fuller malinis maglaro.
Yes. Tsaka sipag, bracket offensive rebound. Tsaka consistent.
Gusto niya yung ganyan. Eye in the sky. That'll work for Perkins. Sweet delivery from the corner. Cut down to 6.
5 points for Jason Perkins. Perkins is the leading local scorer para dito sa Phoenix.
May tawag. Samantala ito yung pasa. Perfect sana yung eye in the sky to Kaya. No? Pero hindi. Mas maganda yung tres na delivery sa kanto.
Jason Perkins averaging 15.3 points a ball game and 5.7 rebounds.
Yung nag-PBA siya, mas gumanda yung outside.
Yes.
No? As you take a look at the perimeter production. Yes, because of the 3 points.
Just a great pass.
Yes.
Grabe itong bunot dito kay Luis Villegas. What he's done, he's got 6 points. He's got a number of rebounds, playing good defense. And that was his pass.
Perkins with a great fly-by move that binura yung depensa. Asistio could not elevate. Goes downstairs. Hindi maisama yung bola. Balik kay Asistio. Ito si Villegas. Shot clock reduced to 10. Leave this Yanton. Drops it.
5 points for Anton Asistio. The guys for Rain or Shine. Ang daming pumuputos dito sa second quarter.
At saka iba-iba.
Kalat-kalat.
Kalat-kalat na. Tyler. Lobs it inside. Too hard to catch for Kai Balungay. Christian Panaytay is coming back in. We're going to check out on this play of the half, brought to you by Sports Plus. Clock is down to 3:45. Asistio in a two-man game on that right flank. Fuller trying to make a decision. Open. No. It's landing in the hands now of Tyler Teal.
Got lucky there. That was wide open. Wow. Wow.
Merong import na ganyan, ano? Yung akala hihipan ng hangin. Pero malakas yung mga ganyan, di ba? Palagay ko, nag-track and field ba yan?
Oo. Or steeplechase.
Basta yung mahirap.
Yung tumatalon-talon ka.
Oo. Napaka-hirap ng event na yan. May tubig pa yun. Samantala, Chua is back in. Bakit ko ibibigay kay Bell? Panay yung report nito Bakit ba nandito yan? Di ba nasa bahay lang yan? Go Bell.
With VJ Johnson averaging 27 points at a 44% shooting clip, Coach Charles was all praise for him. Wala daw ang low maintenance, kung ano daw hingin, yun ang ibibigay. So how does he want VJ to elevate his game even more? He's asking for more consistency in rebounding and also finding his teammates and getting them involved. Before last game, 0 assists si VJ, pero kontra Ginebra, 3 na. Kaya nakikita naman niya ang improvement and how VJ responds to the challenges presented. Gentlemen.
Thank you very much, Bill. And that's what Dr. J pointed out the other night when we did the game, Phoenix against Ginebra, yung assists.
Yeah.
And I thought that you would also talk about it because that's one of your favorite stats. Oh, nakawala si Johnson.
Johnson.
Dahil ng foul. Okay, maghanap tayo ng timeout dito sa Inare Center sa Antipolo. Balik kami shortly.
Hey, pag tumatawag yung import, ano mo tayo? Tumatawag tayo. Di ba pinapasa? Hindi pinapasa. Pwede nga yung switch. Pag-transition. Ay. Baseline. 5 tayo muna. 5. Zone na baseline. 2-3 zone. Wait 2 passes. Match up. Okay? Offense. Run another fist again. On Chua. Okay? Just run the fist on Chua. Dito naman tayo.
And we unfurl and Adrian Noko points.
Adrian Ocom, always a guy that you want holding that basketball, because when he has that basketball, good things will happen. It's not just going to take it from the outside. He can move without that basketball. He can play off the ball. You give him that ball, he can also create. Ito ang kagandahan dito kay Adrian Ocom.
Stepping out here for Ocom. Kung gusto ko itong kombinasyon ng youth. Matagal na gusto gawin niya yan. Yung run because they don't have size. We'll go run and beat the other teams with our
Pero kompleto na.
I think so. I agree. Here's Johnson.
Pero malaking kawalan din itong si Mamu para dito sa...
Well, that might have been a hard decision.
Yes.
Given all the elements that were involved.
Kasi parang ready na itong Rain or Shine. Diba? They're pretty much ripe to go into the finals. But again, when one guy leaves, that opens up opportunities for the others.
Yeah. Oh, look at this. Tyler Teo with an escape, and he has collected 5. And pumikap na ang offense ng Phoenix dito.
That's a hold by Justin Chua.
Yeah. Justin's been around also. 8 teams. I was chatting with him at Araneta.
Ikot-ikot din. Di ba last conference, nasa TNT siya?
Yeah. Tapos sabi niya, just happy to be with the capture. Ang una ko tanong lagi ganun. Are you married already?
Alam mo, nakakatuwa yan si Justin Chua. Di ba, ang laki tao.
Oh.
Nakita ko naglalakad din. Yung aso niya, napakaliit eh.
Ay, nako. Ang daming ganyan. Yung kaibigan mo, si Willie Wilson.
Oo.
Kita kami sa BGC long time ago. Willie, you need a German Shepherd.
Oh, malaking aso naman.
Kasi itong kaibigan natin, si Agot Isidro naman, ang lalaki din ng aso naman niya. Sabi ko, Willie, look at Agot. The dogs are big. That's the dog you should have.
Parang nagpalit eh, no?
Binibili ni Agot ng pancakes. Swerte naman ang aso. Di ba si Willie, ang laking tao?
Si Willie, grabe. When you look at him, I don't think, parang mga 6% lang yata yung body fat niya.
Oh my goodness.
From the time he started playing the Philippines.
Johnson misses. Of course, he was, we'll say it, he was disappointed with his stint as head coach.
For sure.
Didn't last very long. But that's life.
Ganun talaga eh.
156 remains in the meantime. Here's Noko. Lob pass.
Good pass.
That will work. Fuller gets it at close range. Lead is 11. He has 16. 9 foul. Malaking bagay rito na alis ng Raynor siya yung laro ni Richie Rivera so far. Given that he was best player last time. But of course, it's just the second quarter.
Pangatlo na yan ni Aaron Fuller. So Coach Yang forced to sit him down.
Ibo Belga, no? Parang ready na to be coach, eh, no?
And because of his experience, diba? And in the PBA, he's been here for quite some time. And then with Gilas, ang dami mong pwedeng ituro eh.
Yeah, actually. Nung nasa Raynor Shine pa si Chris Chu, nandun kami sa Iloilo, namimili ng pasalubong sa airport. Sabi ko naman ni Belga, yan na yung babayan. Malis bigla si Chris. 57-48. You know, that's one of the things I miss also, traveling out.
Oh, yes.
But we understand why it has to happen, that we do it mostly on tube. In the meantime, no. Manaytay started here today. Ooh, skin on the floor.
Na sobrang bilis eh. Itong si Johnson. Hindi na inabutan ni Manaytay.
Mukhang sprinter ito.
Alam mo yung parkour? Yung tumatakbo, tapos tumatalon-talon. Ba sila mga stuntman? Hindi ko pwede ito eh.
Samantala, he's trying to break his fall.
Such an athlete.
Di ba kung minsan sasabihin, you should roll, use your shoulders para Kasi masakit sa palms yan, di ba? He managed to get a good skid on the floor, actually. I'm sure he didn't like it, but, you know.
Diba yung sinasabi nila, tuck and roll, tuck and roll. Nakuha ko yun sa cartoons eh.
Talaga.
It's turbo. Yung snail siya.
Upon review, it's a foul on number 44, Christian Manaytay, penalty.
Kalaban niya lahat, mabibilis.
Oo.
May foul. Si
Manaytay.
Manaytay. Hindi breakaway foul or take foul. Free throws. Penalty bang rain or shine?
Yes. Both teams actually get the penalty.
Okay. Suddenly, nag-percolate ng konti itong offense ng Phoenix. For a long time, for about 4 or 5 minutes, they could not score anything. Yung na-point out mo agad noon, Dom, na score back then at the 8:32 mark. It was a 10-0 run by Rain or Shine. Sistio, Loco, open, Anton. Wow! And a big smile on Anton Sistio's face. Sabihin nyo na ang sasabihin nyo.
Oh, we've seen that from Anton Asisio a number of times off the back.
Ooh, Bagan, Bahulugan, Bakwakan.
Definitely touched his foot.
So anong tawag?
Kickball.
Kickball, okay.
30-second timer, Raiders, Shine Elasto Painters.
Okay, we've got a 30. Ito yung biglang setup. It's a 3. Bakit daw madalas sabihin pag tumama sa board, chamba? Bakit yun ang
Hindi, kasi that's not necessarily what you practice, especially pag nandun sa main.
kasi pag
Pero pag sa gilid,
oh.
di ba? Lalo na pag Jericho Diniera,
Okay.
di ba? Ramon Fernandez, off the backboard yun talaga inaano.
Pero isipin mo, madalas sabihin pagka napukol from 3, sasabihin, ay chamba.
Kasi you're really going for swak naman talaga eh.
Oo.
Ingles eh.
Na naman, tatanungin na naman sa akin ng mga ating kaibigan sa social
Alam mo,
media.
si Baguman, magaling yan sa ganyan.
Oo naman. Naglaro tayo.
Ringless parati. Dito matama ng ring.
Naglaro tayo sa Pubeda noon. Sinod sa likod ng
Puro
board.
hangin.
Pero yung, di ba, eto na naman yung mga kaibigan natin sa social media. Marunong ba tumira si Dominic Coy? Lulusubin tayo ng asawa ni Luigi Trillion. Si Rhea, no? We go way back. 1650. Rain or Shine has managed to keep Phoenix at arm's length dito sa second quarter. Asistio will trigger it in. 14 on the shooting clock. Anton says, let me try. Again. No. Nokom. Manaytay. Gamit ng oras. There's Nokom. Gathers. Mobile. Acceleration. Lost it. No attempt. No clean attempt. One final attempt perhaps for Phoenix here. Mamuyac. Richie Rivero. Johnson. Perkins and Kai Balongay are the unit members. Let's see what they do. All good cut inside. Balongay is smothered by Nokom. Here's Villegas. There's time for one last attempt, but they ran out of time.
Good defense that time by Phoenix to get back because Rain or Shine was off to the races. They were quick there. Credit itong pinakita ng Rain or Shine in this second quarter.
Here's a stat that you love,
Well, you need to be able to move that basketball para mas madali ang tira. And Rain or Shine definitely has been doing that. 18 assists in 24 minutes para dito sa Rain or Shine. Itong Phoenix only with 8. When you share that basketball, you can get a lot of points. And so far, itong Rain or Shine, nakaka-60 points na sila in the first 2 quarters. 30 in the first, another 30 in the second.
Okay, one way to look at it is that both teams had the same output, 30-30, 25-25, and you could say
Consistent.
because of the advantage that Rain or Shine created, that's why they're still in the lead. Pero nag-umpisa ng uminit ng konti yung Phoenix offense noong second quarter.
Oh, you like how Rain or Shine has been consistent yung pag-ikot ng bola. Nakita natin yan with the number of assists that they had. Tignan natin itong mga numbers nga na sinasabi natin. Rain or Shine, because of the 18 assists now, they have 54% from the field in 39 attempts. Pero itong Phoenix, nagtatama yan from the outside. Toughen with 12 points, all coming from the three-point area. 27 of the 50 points ng Phoenix nanggaling sa perimeter. Ito namang Rain or Shine, again, we mentioned when they move the ball, they get a lot of better looks. They got 30 of their 60 points inside the paint. At yun ang kanina natin nakita na hindi nagugustuhan ng Phoenix kasi ang daming mga layup, ang daming nandyan lang sa loob ng shaded area.
Yung perimeter points naman ng Phoenix is based on the outside shooting, the three-point shooting of Toughen.
Ken Toughen.
Yeah, and that kept them in the ball game. But their offense has sputtered it. Now there's stress. They won their first three. The stress of having to maintain that win streak is definitely upon them.
That and itong Rain or Shine, hindi pa nananalo. 0-2.
Yun.
Right? So, baliktad yung kanilang kartada. But itong Phoenix, both Fuller and Johnson, more or less canceling each other out, 15 and 16. Toughen with 12, Perkins with 7, Tyler Teo with 5. On the other hand, dalawa ang nasa double digits, Aaron Fuller and Nokup, 16 and 11. Then Asistio really had a good second quarter with 8 points, and then Malonzo coming in with 6.
Earlier today, we had Meralco hanging on to the coattails of Blackwater. Blackwater not giving up until the very end. Eventually, Meralco, based on the shot of Chris Newsom, eventually winning 116 to 114. So what lies ahead for Phoenix here? What do they have to do, Dom, to get a better account of themselves here in the third quarter?
Well, they need to be able to play better defense in terms of communication. Kasi ang nangyayari, ang dami mga pasa nitong Rain or Shine that's able to get points inside the paint. Sinubukan kanina ni Coach Charles itong si Rafi Rivas. But obviously, Rafi Rivas not as quick as the Rain or Shine guys, so hindi siya makakababa dun sa fast break. Needing to be able to defend better and also, you know, get the ball more, a little bit more dun sa kanilang import na si Johnson, because we know that when he has that basketball, good things happen.
Absolutely. As we get underway with the third quarter, there's an over and back violation by Tyler Teo. And the first possession of Phoenix goes awry. At umaray sila in the process. To the corner. However, Balungay gets it to rub off Fuller. Ganda ng length ni Balungay, no? He can be a center, he can be powerful.
And he's so quick. At ang bilis ng first jump, second jump.
Galing din injury yan, ano?
Kasama talaga sa
buhay player.
career.
The meantime, a lot of people don't remember that Larry Fortier got injured, and I reminded him last Sunday. Sir, naman huwag yun ang paalala.
At na-injury yan in his last year, the UAAP. At drinafted yan ng Rain or Shine na kakagaling lang sa ACL injuries and ended up winning the Rookie of the Year.
Rain or Shine ba?
Yes. Well, Red Bull, rather. Parang pareho eh.
Yeah.
Parang pareho.
Kasi yung Giaw. The late Tony Chua was the board rep there. Our good friend, the Miss terribly. In the meantime, Tapla sa 10 points lead. Tapla 62-52. Parang ganun pa rin. Okay? Familiar refrain. Ingat-ingat. Ingat kayo dyan. Takot ako pag yung player maabot dyan.
Kasi may mga upuan, may mga taong pwede kang maapakan.
Di bali yung cameraman, marami kami yan eh. 8 yan eh. Oh. Tsaka sanay umilag yung mga yan eh. Tingnan mo, nakaupo lahat dun yung mga yun, mga ninja lahat yan eh. Pero nakakatakot.
Tsaka sila nagbibigay ng emotion at buhay.
Tsaka ano, alam nila iwas. Bell, what do you have?
After Phoenix allowed Rain or Shine to shoot at a 53% clip in the first half, adjustments on their ball screen defense were highlighted. Ayon kay Assistant Coach John Jacinto, kapag hindi nila nagugustuhan ang calls or non-calls, they also have to keep playing strong. Hindi yung parang gumigive up na agad bigla. Just like as he saw and linked to their 14 turnovers. They also want to clean up their overhelping that has left shooters open. Hindi daw pwedeng naiiwan si Anton Asisio mula sa labas. Gentlemen.
Ooh, thank you, Bell. In the meantime, Rain or Shine asking for the flop. While Johnson has another opinion about it.
Getting a little bit frustrated itong si Johnson. Needs to be able to...
Ilang points here, Tom? Paki-check.
15.
Yan, at his usual pace. Kasi nung isang gabi, mas mabilis yung pace. 23 yata siya. In the meantime, pocket pass. Johnson smothered by the defense. Is BJ down the middle. Is clipped by 2 defenders.
Wow, making sure na hindi na makakaangat itong si Johnson.
Kasi pag umangat, parang itong plano eh.
Nahihirapan ka eh. Unahan mo ng bangga bago umangat.
Give up na isang foul. 63-52, 11 lamang. Almost 2 minutes are gone by here. First free throw finds its way through the cords. 63-53. We're reporting to you from the United Center. Magandang gabi ho. Maulan-ulan ng araw na to. At lahat nag-iingat dapat pauwi. Hindi pa kayo tumarating sa bahay. Kasi yung iba, sumusunod sa YouTube channel natin eh.
Oo.
Oh,
Wow.
Tipping won't work, however. Fuller fighting for it. Now, where to go? Big drive to the basket by Malonzo. Just couldn't finish it.
Pag pumasok ko sa loob talaga ng shaded area, you gotta be strong.
You better be ready to die. Di ba?
Take your soul to the hole.
No. Boom, bang, bang. Boom, bang, bang. Di ba? There are some players who enjoy it. No, yung contact.
Doon kumuha ng buwelo.
This guy's strong, Malonzo!
At pinaramdam niya, pinakita niya doon sa mga taga-Phoenix kung gano'ng malakas
Flex ba yun?
Oo, nag-flex eh.
11 na naman ang lamang. Trabaho niya bantayan si Johnson. Shot clock babasa sa is. Nice drive. No completion though. Look at the big guy dribble. Johnson on the run. Yes!
That's a 5-on-4 transition offense right there for Rain or Shine. Hindi nakababa itong si Johnson.
In rhythm yung play na yun, ano? Phoenix unable to get their offense on track. They're down by the biggest lead of 14 now. Rebound, Kai. Smothered. Hold it, travel.
Well, he worked hard for that.
And
The referee's calling a travel there.
Charles saying, pass off, pass off. And I sometimes don't blame the big guys when they don't pass off because they want it eh.
Yes. Tinrabaho nila yung rebound.
Oo, minsan libre yung iba sa labas. But it doesn't right because yun nga, tinrabaho. There's almost a bad pass. They recover it. Shot clock reduced to 10. Kailan pulls up from 11. No. Richie Rivero. No. Tries to fight back for his miss. Looks like Phoenix will get to keep it.
Well, itong Rain or Shine playing a lot more physical. Dito kay Richie Rivero, hindi nila pinapakuha ng buwelo.
Ilan na si Rivero? Wala pa. Wala pa, no?
4 points.
But, ooh. They call it a flop, a technical called against Rivero. You know, being as old as I am, I try to think sometimes when there's a flop, when there's a call, what if during the time of Chris Pantoyota they had such a call?
Naku, hindi matatapos yung laro.
And a lot of people in the venue. and the Bruce brothers and everybody.
Well, there was a push.
There was a push. But Richie's reaction, you'll see.
There's a push. There's definitely a push there.
That's a hard call, huh? I mean, to be honest about it, to decide.
Ini-exaggerate niya yung lakas ng tulak.
Yeah,
Pero may
but,
tulak.
di ba, from a referee's POV or perspective, point of view, it's also a hard call to make,
Yes.
you know? How can you judge motive? Or you just enter the court and assume everybody will try to do that, di ba? I think has an announcement been made by Sergey De La Cruz already?
For Richie Rivero.
Well, I think the technical will stay. Na-decide na yun eh. Saka, I don't think challengeable yun, ano?
Hindi. I don't think so.
And Richie was saying a challenge, but... So anyway.
So may unsportsmanlike siya kanina, and now a technical foul.
And thus... And because Dominic is so reliable.
So one unsportsmanlike foul, di ba? And one technical foul. So that means he's out of the playing court.
He is?
Yung combo na yun. Oh.
Ah. In FIBA parlance, di ba? I think in PBA, correct me if I'm wrong, hindi magkapareho eh, di ba? Dati, di ba? Sometimes, yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Lakas na natulukan, ha? Balangay trying to survive the pushing. Pick up. Tyler Chia trying to ignite his team here. 7.
He's got 7.
Big contact. He's not afraid to drive Malonzo. Taken away by Fuller. Backs bodies, puts it in.
You can see yung points in the paint being lorded by Rain or Shine.
And Fuller has contributed 18. They're not allowing him to get away with anything here.
Very, very physical yung defense nitong Rain or Shine right now. At hindi maka-adjust itong Phoenix.
And Johnson works up with another 3. Knocked down niya yung Treasure. He has 9.
So Phoenix needing to be able to be at the same physicality of Rain or Shine right now if they want to have a chance of winning this ball game.
You know what I like about Johnson? He likes it when it's on the break. Biglang kakalabit ng Tres. Parang mas gusto niya kesa on the half-court set. Johnson, no. Rebound claimed by Fuller. Johnson, no chance to put up another shot. Alonso downstairs to Fuller. Fuller weaves, deals. Balungay bothers him. Here's Stuffin breaking loose. Big wind-up. It will go the other way. Touches him last.
Good hands by Caracut, able to anticipate that.
Nasundot din. 73-56 po ang lamang. Ito na ang biggest lead, ano? 17. Tama ba, Matudong?
Oo.
Hindi naman ako.
I trust you.
No, don't. kaya nandyan. Kayo ni bahala kayong mag-away. Pero ako, alam ko nang hindi ako magaling sa math eh. Sabihin ng mga luma akong math teacher. Yan ang hirap sa'yo.
Kaya naman hindi math ang tinuturo mo, di ba?
Hindi. No way. Big drive. Big drive. Wow. Yes, 11.
They're just stepping on the gas
Yes,
right now.
they are. Kasi 9 na to, biggest lead. May araw na gano'n, ano, kahit may winning streak ka, may isang team talaga. Parang noon, Rain or Shine yung may winning streak. Phoenix
may urgency yung laro nitong Rain or Shine.
Kasi tama yung sabi mo, no, they will all of these people, these teams, in Group B, ano, they will meet everybody twice.
And then top 4 teams will advance into the quarterfinals.
Alam ko itong Phoenix will meet Blackwater back-to-back in their schedule eh. Kasi akala ko nung Sunday, mali yung graphics na 2 beses yung bote. And I checked myself. Phoenix down currently, 75-56. Johnson, I thought he'd dunk it.
Tama. Yung next games ng Phoenix, they're gonna play Blackwater back-to-back.
Libre. Ang Rainer Shine, sino susunod sa kalaban?
Rainer Shine, Barangay Ginebra naman. That's on Sunday. And then Magnolia ng July 31, Friday. And then Sunday again, Meralco.
Ah, that's an interesting lineup of opponents. Ah, that's why they won this game.
They gotta get into some sort of rhythm.
And some winning to start some kind of run for those top 4 spots that you were saying. Here's T, a quick release with 1 second remaining on the shot clock. No dice. Takbo ang Rainer Shine. Ginagawa nila ito buong gabi. Ginawa na nila ito buong gabi. Larita downstairs. Fuller will do something. Lost it. Regained it. Can't elevate. Kicks it outside. Larita. Oh! That's a delivery from 3-point country. And John Stu knows his team can't pace, keep it pace with the red-hot Rainer Shine team tonight. 20 ang lamang, Dom.
Seb, itong third quarter na to, Rainer Shine continuing on, going inside, getting the points inside the paint, running up and down, beating itong Phoenix. Phoenix still end up complaining about the non-calls or the calls, needing to be more physical to get back into this ball game.
Our official IT partner, our value licensing, PBA Freshman Signal, World Balance, Daily Fasting.
Rainer Shine's desperation has been evident against the unbeaten Phoenix Fuel Masters. Let's talk about Aaron Fuller, who has been doing his part with Coach Yang, commenting that at times it's the locals who are not up to the challenge. When Aaron was asked how he needs the locals to step up and compliment him, he called on them to be more aggressive and would appreciate them getting their groove from beyond the arc. But he also takes it upon himself to be a greater force in securing rebounds after he failed to get even a single offensive rebound in their loss to Meralco. At parang ang buhay na buhay, hindi lang si Aaron, pero pati na rin ang kanyang mga kakampi ngayong gabi. Gentlemen.
Maraming salamat, Bell. Before that, it was a big run already by Rainer Shine. 18-8. That shot had siya. Oh, may tulak si Clarito ang foul.
And Seb, balikan natin yung report ni Bell. You know, Aaron Fuller calling on his teammates to be more aggressive. And that's definitely what they needed. Kasi nung first game nila, locals did not show up. But si Fuller has been consistent. And that's going to be the 4th personal foul of Aaron Fuller.
Kaya pala, binalik na sa bench, ano? Mamu, a problem with the inbound. Nearly maxing out there. Nice fake by Tuffin. Ooh, I wonder why didn't he take it. But Mamu says, ooh, that's offline. Si Mamu kailangan in rhythm eh.
Yes.
Hindi siya spot up eh.
Legs it off the dribble.
4:20 to go. The pass, partially deflected, doesn't arrive at destination. Johnson throws it up, but there is
Johnson still on the floor there.
Yeah, Mamuyac to the rescue. Johnson slow in getting up, but he manages to rise. Baseline attack, nowhere to go, denied. Back inside to the other corner. Villegas. Wow. No. Tapped outside by Johnson, who wants it back. He'll load up. No. Johnson holds on to the ball. He's looking for a whistle. They lost it completely. Oh! He's holding on to Clarito, saying, I'm sorry, I had to do this. Ang daming referees. Tingnan mo.
The game's getting physical.
Yeah.
Right? Physical itong Rain or Shine. They've been solid and tough.
While Phoenix is trying to
get there to that level.
Foul by BJ Johnson.
Sa fake, kumagat siya. Then he holds on to Clarito, not to pull it down, but to hang on to him. Tinamaan na niya And you understand why Yang is asking for another sportsman-like foul. Take the import out completely. Tapos itong Phoenix.
Ito naman si Coach Charles, humihingi ng foul dun sa kabila kasi pakiramdam nila nabubugbog yung kanilang import na si Johnson. So, you know, when the other team is more physical, kinakailangan makipaglaban ka ng gano'n and not try and exaggerate the contact, but actually keep on competing and be tougher.
Upon review, is a pushing foul on number 2, BJ Johnson.
They don't get anything. Nobody got anything from the store.
They got a foul.
Yeah. All of the things that they wanted.
Walang special. Walang dagdag.
Lang premiums. Naipit si Villegas. Huli ni Mamu. Perkins kay Mamu. Uy, foul si Clarito. Sorry, hindi na tayo magkakampi.
Pero sigurado sa ensayo, ganun din ka-intense yan. Kasi si Coach Yang, pag pa-ensayo, kinakailangan, you're always full on also.
Hindi pwede lalembot-lembot sa practice. Okay. You know, I saw one practice when he was national team coach sa Meralco team. Buhay. Kala mo rin sila. Lahat ng mga stars na yun, wala. Sinisigawan niyo. In the meantime, Mamu drops the first. Struggle of Phoenix dito. 95 points by Mamuyac.
And then si Richie Rivero is out of the playing court with one unsportsmanlike and one technical foul. So yung kanilang third leading scorer done for the night and left with what, 5 points?
Ano siya, kandado, no?
Yes.
Talagang markado siya. Alam mo naman yung mga assistant coaches, lahat ng laro pinapanood eh. Johnson, strip by Coffin. Look at that pass. They wanted to go higher than that.
Anticipation yung assist yun. Able to stop that play kasi lamang ng Phoenix doon. They had the numbers.
Ang hirap magharap ng rally, ano? Phoenix nakasakal. Perkins na foul sa baba. Villegas gulat na gulat. Iiling-iling.
Sinasabi naman ni Perkins, inaakap na siya.
Shot clock sa 9. So 8, less than that, sorry. That's a wild key that doesn't hit anything. Clarito and Johnson are running. Sakul si Anton. Villegas. There's time on the shot clock. Pocket pass. Does not arrive in the pocket. There's a foul. Astig din itong De Los Santos eh. Ano sinasabi ni Perkins naman?
Nahawakan daw yung buong kamay niya.
Buti na lang sa basketball, walang objection. Hindi mo ma-object. Pero hindi kailangan lahat makita. Balik ang basketball after this.
Let's run! Pinky! Hey! Pinky elbow! Okay, look! Okay. Kailan? Ikaw to, ha? Okay. Yan dito, Kailan? John Hart! Okay. Anton, ikaw to. Set the pick early! Set the pick!
you can understand why Rain or Shine is playing so hard tonight.
Well, they're 0-2. Sila, both Ginebra, Magnolia, and Rain or Shine are all winless in this Group B. 6 teams in that group. They will be playing 10 elimination games. And they'll play each team twice.
You know, you could end up facing a team at least 5 times.
Yeah.
Wild attempt by Asistio. Johnson in the middle. Swings it over to Perkins. Perkins drives. Frontal assault. Will get it to drop in. 12 en labang ng Rain or Shine.
Forcing that turnover. So defensively now, Phoenix trying to get back into this ball game by applying a little bit more pressure and being a little bit more physical.
Cutting it down to a single digit might change their fortunes here. Might. See, so far, Rain or Shine has come up with an antidote for almost anything that Phoenix has tried here tonight. Perkins. Mamu. Big drive. No connection. I have a feeling that Rain or Shine practices their fast break passing.
Yes.
May pattern na eh. Parang nakikita ko na kung sa pumunta.
May posisyon ng pinupunta. They fill in their spots.
So palpal sa likod ni De Los Santos. Lead pass. Mamuyac can't hang on to it till the last moment he does.
Making some headway. Itong Phoenix only down by 10.
No import for Rain or Shine because
So that's a
of
10-0 run.
Yeah, counter.
Itong Rain or Shine has been stuck at 78.
For a long time now. Oh, 78-58 kanina eh, di ba? 20 na yun eh. Uli sa likod eh. Tapos ito yung bust out ni Mamu na bitawan, na recover, binanda. Nilabas na si Asistio at saka si Deo Wahao. No comment, Caracut back in. Nice drive.
That's just too easy.
Parang law office no, no comment, Caracut. Ucheta.
Pwede, no?
May lutong na, no?
Usong-usong ngayon yan. Yung mga lawyer.
Bakit ang dentista, no? Never 2 names. Laging De Santos Dental Clinic. Diba?
Hindi nagsishare ng clinic.
No? Ayaw. Unless asawa yung...
Tama. Pero isa pa lang rin yung pangalan.
De Guzman Dental Affairs.
Yan ang isa sa pinaka-kinakatakutang trabaho.
Alin?
Yung dentista.
Napuntahan.
Oo nga.
Ako maraming kaibigan dentista. Matagal ko na sinasabi. Maglagay kayo ng TV sa taas.
Oo.
Para pag sinasabi niyo yung open.
Ako yung dentista ko may malaking TV.
Talaga?
Oo.
Ito. Uy, pati free throw. Ayaw. Teka, ano ba? Violation ba?
Yung sinasabi, tumawid eh. Tama ba? Tumawid?
Si Yang talaga fighting for every point, ano? Kasi alam niya, ayaw niyang umingil. 0-3.
0-3.
Tapos ano, Ginebra nga ba susunod? Sa Sunday? Oo.
Oo, Ginebra. Balikan natin.
Yung Ginebra natalo ng linggo.
Ginebra sa linggo, tapos Magnolia, ganun din.
Tapos
lahat sila magkakasama sa ilalim.
Wala mga panalo, di ba?
Meralco.
That will not work for Nocum. We're down to the last 24 seconds of your third frame. 10-point lead. Umakit na sa malaki ito kanina. Mamuyac deciding. Santos getting into shooting position. Will probably crank it up from there. Got it!
Like that decision of Mamu giving up that basketball to the shooter, making that three. Just a 7-point lead para dito sa Rain or Shine. Good quarter for the Phoenix Super LPG Masters. That's a 23-point quarter for them. 20 lang para sa Rain or Shine.
Points in the paint delivered by Rain or Shine in the course of this 3 quarters.
Well, Rain or Shine doing a good job of getting that basketball and getting higher percentage shots. Kaya naman the first 2 quarters, 54% na sila from the field.
But Import battle is quite close. They have not dominated the game, either Import.
It's been the locals that have been really helping itong dalawang kupunan na to. Pero ito, tingnan natin ang second chance points ng Rain or Shine. Remember, in the game, in their previous game, itong Rain or Shine did not get any second chance points. But let's look at this. Look at the Asistio. Asistio will have this basket, but rather that's Caracut. Misses it, and then look at Rain or Shine fight against 3 guys to get that offensive rebound and to get the second chance points. Malonzo doing a good job there and showing everybody his flex.
But a good run by Phoenix towards the end of that 3rd quarter. Almost 15-2. Biglang 20 na yung lamang kasi kanina eh, no? Ang tagal bago umiscore ng Rain or Shine.
I think it's what, close to 4.5 minutes.
Oo. Ito, waxing hot. Second rainbow.
And 9
from
points
Santos.
now.
And look at the score. And the comeback nearly complete. Villegas 3. Almost not quite. Rebound fought for by Mamuyac. Here's De Los Santos. Jail shoots, scores! And the lead is down to 1.
Wow, what a run by Phoenix. Itong Rain or Shine was stuck at 78 and by my count at the 5-minute and 12 mark.
Oh, but good counter by Caracut.
And they needed that.
Back to 4.
On your screens earlier, Boss Raymond, you owner itong Rain or Shine, looking a little bit concerned there.
Perkins shoots a 3. Can't drop it. Oh, kasi 20 na yung lamang kanina eh. In the meantime, Jael De Los Santos holds on to Caracut. Alam mo si De Los Santos, napaka-muscular na point player. Pag tinamaan ka niyan, masakit. But he had a tray that brought them within 1. Hey, this is getting interesting down the home stretch. Why is everybody looking at you and me all of a sudden?
And pinasok na ulit itong si Aaron Fuller.
And let's see if that makes a difference here. Of course, Dom and I are famous for our extra 5-minute games. Fuller fakes, shoots, scores!
That's why pinasok na itong si Aaron Fuller. Able to get more points inside the paint.
Ilan na siya?
That's 20 for him.
Mamuyac bottled up. Tyler Dio with a catch off the ground. Balangay provides the pick. There's a roll, no chance for a pass. Mamuyac hands no. Caracut ahead to Villegas. Downstairs we go. Fuller, 2 in a row.
Look at them making a conscious effort na hinahanap yung kanilang import sa ilalim, and they have been able to get 7 points now here in the fourth quarter.
Tia shopping around. Pop out by Santos. Now covered by Villegas. Tia sees a gap. Goes all the way in. Lead is 6. Knock off with the offensive foul.
Substitution for the Masters. Gian Mamuyac.
Mamuyac will hit the bench, and in his place, they bring back Tuffin.
Animang turnover ng Rain or Shine in that third quarter.
Bell, what do you have?
Sa huling huddle ng Rain or Shine, leadership at better decision-making ni Adrian Nocum ang hinahanap ni Coach Yeng. More than the three-point shooting, higher percentage shots ang kanyang preference, wanting to see slicing action, and drives closer to the basket score. Gentlemen.
In this crucial stage, they need that. Thank you, Bell. In the meantime, 6-point lead by the Elasto Painters have led by as much as 20.
Kasi nakita natin yung pag-iba ng laro ng Phoenix towards the end of the third quarter, being more aggressive, not complaining as much, and just matching yung level ng intensity ng Rain or Shine.
And making some big shots along the way. And there's a cut down the baseline. Is that Tuffin who gets somewhat hammered there? Hindi somewhat. Talagang hammered. You know, when I watch, sometimes I review the games that I do, and I hear something like that on me, I cringe. Somewhat. Ano somewhat? Tinamaan na nga eh. Somewhat ka dyan. 13 on the shooting clock. Here's Steele. Balungay provides the wall. Tyler sees the same spot. Can't drop it, however. Here's Caracut. Ano tawag?
Holding foul number 19, Tyler Tio.
Tio ang tinawagan ng foul. Penalty, malayo pa. 2 fouls against Phoenix, 1 against the Elasto Painters.
Tyler Tio also very comfortable with the coaching staff of Phoenix ever since pumasok si Coach Charles Chu and EY Tan. Lahat yan nanggaling sa Xavier.
That Xavier connection. Different generations, you know?
Yes.
Boy, I remember when Tyler was coming up. The way he would produce those points, you know? One-man scoring machine. Okay, we have a Phoenix timeout. They're down by 8 with still 7:53 in the balance.
Sure, ganado sila to play against Mamu, his former teammates. But you're right, Rain or Shine is always Rain or Shine. Doesn't matter what their record is. In fact, mas natatakot nga ako sa kanila na 0-2 sila ngayon kasi they're probably desperate for a win. They really need it. Pero again, I mean, we're a young and hungry team. We just play the right way and we give ourselves a chance every game, yun lang. But we have a short turnover time for our game. Medyo bugbog kami, pero no excuses. We'll try our best to be ready for that game.
Ako, I knew back then that eventually Charles would coach in the PBA. Diba? I knew when he was going around, and I'm sure I don't think he's going to be just a consultant now for Benil. Yun ang challenge. I think TY might be the head coach, you know, or somebody else. Not sure. But boy, we will be seeing Benil in our own network now.
Yes, NCAA is with us.
Exciting cards, some history there.
won their first 5 games with Coach Louis 2019. Coach Jamaic naman won 7 of their first 8 games.
And they start well, actually. I think yung pag nandiyan si Matthew Wright, di ba?
Yes.
Oo, sama mo yung bola.
Perkins, Matthew Wright, di ba may
Calvin
Calvin Cueva.
May laging may libre yun. Hindi lang pumasok. Clarito, naku. Hindi pa bayad yung board na yun. Huwag sirahin.
Naku. Oo nga.
Hindi, bayad na yan.
Parang puzzle yan eh.
Di ba? Ayan o, yun. Ayan o, reassemble. Noong araw, streamers lang yan. Ngayon, digital.
Parang Lego.
Ayan. 8 points. Anybody's ball game, Dom?
Yeah, for sure.
This guy has been on fire, but doesn't get this one. Balongay is smothered by the defense.
Just great timing there. Seemed like Noko nakasupalpal doon.
Nice tight pass. Fuller escape. You're right. Best time to give it to your import.
Yes. And nagsisil lang siya dun sa shaded area. And they're getting him that basketball. You know, one pivot towards the basket.
Making basketball simple, no? And that 1-point lead na bumaba na yan is back now to 10. Tyler 3. Yes!
He's got 12 points in the game. Oh, just wide open.
Wow. Anong nangyari doon?
How many times have we seen that? 17 points para kay Adrian Noko.
Even Charles,
Miscommunication there.
Coach Charles doesn't know what happened there. Biglang may bumitaw eh, no? Top 3, no. But that's a letdown when you're trying to rally.
Yes. Ganun kadali. Parang pati si Nokum na nagulat eh.
Ay, open.
At wide open.
Sobra, no? Walang nag-switch over. Balongay is called for the foul. And Balongay is going to return to the bench with Perkins coming back in. Mike Malonzo will return to the game. Nokom. We're at the halfway mark of the final quarter. Another open driving lane.
Just knows how to use his teammates, go around those screens.
Tapos may power dribble siya on the last
Then ang bilis nung angat eh.
Oo. Let's go to Bell.
Sa mga ganitong endgame situations, mas namimiss ni Knox si Gian Mamuyac dahil sila ang usually magsasabay in the endgame. Looking at their past losses, Adrian acknowledges that he needs to improve a lot in his decision-making, lalo na't dati it would be Gian making those defensive stops and feeding Adrian, fueling his attacks in transition. And now that Mamu is not on the same side, kailangan daw mas mahigpit pa ang kanyang depensa so he can also make those stops and put himself and his teammates in the best position to score on the break. Gentlemen.
That's a great story, Bell. And, you know,
Galing ng realization.
right? And that takes some time also.
Yes.
Kasi tama nga si Bell eh. They were the partners in crime of the endgame for Rainer Shine.
Iba-iba nagsa-start pero ilan lang ang nagtatapos ng laro para sa Rainer Shine.
May tira itong Villegas, ha? May tira sa labas, ha?
And he's quality minutes ang pinapakita nitong si Villegas.
Absolutely. And that rally has been 12. And it's suddenly back to 13. And we check out this play of the game. Brought to you by Sports Plus. We will glide into a timeout with 5:34 remaining. Here's the import of Rainer Shine and what he has done so far, already with a double-double. Playing with 4 personal fouls. And he's just an efficiency machine.
Efficient, productive, and you know what you're getting.
Hindi sila kambal ni Villegas.
Hindi.
Balbas lang.
May hawig.
Hawig. Okay.
Rainer Shine on a 17-5 run.
Mamuyac. DJ 6 on the shooting clock. Good line, but no success. Now comes solo flight for the rebound. Gamit oras bigla, no, ha? They have put water on that uprising of Phoenix. Into the corner. Not this time for Villegas.
It's a well-executed play. They were able to run what they wanted to do on a set. Hindi lang naipasok ng Villegas yung 3-point shot na yun.
Nilipat lang sa kabilang kanto, eh, no? In the meantime, the rebound. Nocom gets another board. He has 5 in this game. And go back to the well. Diba? Fuller. Nocom aims a 4. No.
Another almost offensive rebound there.
But they get to keep it. Elasto Painters will utilize the timeout. They are in command, leading 97-84. Shine getting big games from a variety of personnel.
Malonzo, 10 points, 5 rebounds, 3 doon offensive, 5 of 7 from the field. And yun yung mga pinapoint natin in the previous game. Rainer Shine hindi nakakuha ng second chance points. Very different in today's ball game. Luis Villegas, he's been finding their import.
And Fuller is just capitalizing on the feeds being given to him. De Los Santos. Johnson, yes, a 2. And cuts down the lead to 13. 3:53 in the balance here. Pag nanalo po ang Rainer Shine, unang panalo sa 3 laro. Pag natalo na ang Phoenix, it will be their first loss after a 3-0 start.
See, Villegas really trying to look for their import. Rewarding Aaron Fuller, trying to seal the defense.
Parang gusto niya the final finishing touches na yan. No? Tama naman manalo sila tonight kasi hindi madali yung schedule nila. Androd, ano tawag?
There will be a question review on basketball by Gian Mamuyac.
Mamuyac with the foul. There's a review here.
Oh, we mentioned guys really coming to play for Rainer Shine. We showed Malonzo earlier. Villegas with 9 points and 4 assists and 2 steals.
3:26 to go.
Aaron Fuller with 26 points for Rain or Shine. 10 naman, or rather 11 for Kailan Chongson.
Ayun, no, yung foul ni Mamuyac above the shoulder.
After the review, it was an unsportsmanlike foul on number 5, Gian Mamuyac.
He apologizes.
Pero hindi
second
pinansin ni
foul.
Caracut eh.
Oo nga.
Nandun ka na sa kabila, iba na suot mong jersey. Galit-galit muna.
Okay. Saka masakit yun eh sa throat area. Yun.
Yes. No kissing for tonight? Hindi, throat.
Malay ko.
Hindi, di ba?
Okay. Really? What?
Di ba, kay Smoking Joe?
There he got hit on the kisser. There will be no kissing tonight.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna see Joe. Those of you who remember the great Joe. In the meantime, there's Caracut. Hindi mo sumundot si De Los Santos. Ang bigat, ha? Libre. Fuller. Ayaw lang. Pinulot ni Tuffin sa baba. 14 ang lamang. That drives si Tuffin. Papasok yan.
Great pass that time by De Los Santos, setting up Tuffin. Tuffin with 14 points.
Lead is reduced
Game
to 12.
12 lang yan, ha?
3 minutes to go. Caracut using the quick. Malonzo applies the brakes. Puts up a shot that works.
He's got 12.
That's a big game from somebody they are trying to develop here. Mamuyac gets it to kiss the glass.
Best scoring game so far for Malonzo. He had 6 points in one game and 4 in the other.
Perkins trying to ball hawk against Villegas. Touches it last. Lead is still 12. Nocom will be in for Caracut. Villegas on the receiving end. Tuffin trying to ball hawk. No.
A good read by Villegas. Just not able to convert. Etong si Johnson, ha? Nakakapunto siya. Matagal-tagal na.
Ayun. Pinahirapan yung attempt na yun. Trying to avoid 2 defenders. Lead is down to 10 with 2:08 remaining.
Averages about 28 points a ball game. So far, 23 for him. We naghahanap sa inyo kay Rivero. Rivero averages 14 points but got an unsportsmanlike foul in the first half and then a technical in the third quarter. And that was it for Richie Rivero.
The technical was the flopping, you know?
Yes. Oh, over and back.
And we are into the last 2 minutes brought to you by Sports Plus. Natanggal yung win sa sales ng Phoenix. Nakadikit na eh. 1 point na lang eh.
But in the start of the fourth, di ba?
Yung tira ni De Los Santos dito. Tres na naman. Yes. Hey.
One last ditch.
Caracut to the side. Nocom to the other side. Malonzo free. Hits the top of the board. Ball is loose. Here comes De Los Santos. Tuffin. We're in a different ball game. As the lead again chopped down to just 4.
That's 5 straight points for a Phoenix. At yun yung sinasabi natin, you can't give up. Gotta keep playing physical. Keep on. Phoenix now with that layup. Can't tough it. Big game for him as well.
Kailan, take the ball out. Okay. Andrei.
Never over till it's over. And with still a minute and 34, a substantial lead of Rainer Shine has now been reduced to 4. Kenneth Duffin has erupted for 16 points, has picked up 8 boards as well. Such a reliable scorer. Inbound. Johnson. Here's the escape. Caracut changes hands in the air. And Perkins is jumping up and down. First free throw doesn't work. Perkins jumping up and down, feeling that he did not touch anybody. Second free throw. Gets a nice bounce on the rim. It's 103-98, 5-point lead.
And now it's the time for the import of Phoenix to be able to get some points on the board.
Once a 3, you can tell. Twists in the air. Perkins battles for it, kicks it outside. Tuffin shakes, fakes. Perkins almost not wide, and the rebound claimed by Nohom.
I'm surprised Tuffin did not take that shot.
Caracut, Nohom the backboard. Mamuyac up against former teammates here. Caracut still undecided. Goes all the way in. Is eaten up by the defense. Follow up, Fuller, no.
Now that Villegas is not inside, Fuller is not necessarily hindi hinahanap ng ibang mga teammates.
De Los Santos with one big heave could have changed the ball game, but maybe Rainer Shine will hang on here.
Wisely setting it up with the Rainer Shine. You want the ball in the hands of Adrian Noko.
And we are done here with this. But Charles Stew wants one final play, I guess.
And that's what we were saying. Diba kanina pa nila hinahanap nung biglang lumayo itong Rainer Shine when they regained control of the game. Pinupuntahan nila si Aaron Fuller. But in the last few plays were coming from the outside. The guards trying to create, pero nakukuha ng depensa ng Phoenix yon. And this last play, Noko driving all the way to the basket, giving it up to Aaron Fuller.
Okay. And bukas may laro pa rin tayo rito, Dom. It's a Wednesday tomorrow, but we have games at 5:15.
Yes. TNT versus Titan.
And then the second one will be Converge against San Miguel.
Luis, wait for him, okay? He's gonna wait for you so that the screen is good, and then you turn.
When you turn, the screen is good. Very simple. As we swing back to live action, here's a quick release, and that's going to be the size of this ball game. Well, may free throws pa ba?
Well, you don't want to give up free throws anymore kasi you gotta remember may quotient. And the quotient will apply dun sa mga ka-group mo. Kasi kalaban mo to go up, top 4 of the 6 will go up in Group B. Fuller missing that first free throw.
And both free throws for that matter. Ball is poked over to the wrong party, and the final shot. And the winning streak of Phoenix stops at 3. And on the other hand, the losing streak of Yang Yao's crew ends also. And they win their first game in 3.
Well, this time itong Rain or Shine getting a solid performance once again para dun sa kanilang import or from their import. And the locals able to help out and really pull out this win. Nakita natin itong Phoenix. You know, Rain or Shine played physical. You knew that they played with a sense of urgency. They needed to be able to get their first win after a 0-2 start.
Our best player, Dom?
No doubt, itong import na si Aaron Fuller, 28 points, 16 rebounds, 11 of 16 from the field. Nung kinakailangan ng puntos, he had what, maybe 6 straight points that they got, especially in the fourth quarter. Pag hinahanap siya, he makes himself available. This was that last play, Nocum finding their import for that last nail in the coffin.
Player of the game brought to you by Sports Plus. And that'll do it for our side of the presentations tonight. 105-98 is the winning score of Rain or Shine. We'll see you all tomorrow for more PBA games right here at the Inares Center, both on RPTV and all our colleagues also on PBA Rush and all our other platforms. That's the schedule for tomorrow. So in behalf of Dominic Uy and Bel Gregoris, I have Samantha saying thank you for joining us. This is the PBA, and stay solid with us.
Congratulations to our player of the game, Aaron Fuller. Aaron, you've been consistent all throughout, but tonight your locals stepped up. What kind of difference did you see in them tonight, and how were they able to complement you?
Just all effort. We made a big emphasis to play defense, rebound, and we did that today.
Dialing in back on that defense, how were you just able to adjust? What differences did you see compared to the previous games?
Just all about effort, just playing with a sense of urgency. We put ourselves on a hole, so we know we got to win these next 2 games to still be in the running.
Now that you got this first win, is there anyone whom you'd want to dedicate it to?
Just to the fans, you know, just stick with us. Hopefully we're going to turn this around and bring the same intensity to the next game.
Thank you so much for your time, Aaron. Congratulations once again. Let's now hear from Coach Yang Yao.
Kasama po natin ngayon si Coach Yang Yao. Coach, congratulations. First win dito sa Governor's Cup, and it came against the previously unbeaten Phoenix and your former player, Gian Mamuyac.
Yeah, medyo malapit na kaming maging desperado. No? Kailangan na namin talagang manalo. So yung mga previous na talo namin, talo kami sa rebounding, tapos yung gini-give up naming percentage medyo mataas. So it's really yung rebounding namin tsaka depensa namin that was lacking, no, in our last 2 losses. So we made it a point, talagang pinagsikapan namin na maayos yung depensa, tapos makarebound kami. Ang bonus namin ngayong gabi yung 29 assist, no. Magandang pangitain yun, magandang galaw ng bola. Marami kaming open looks sa 3, no. Mabuti yung mga importanteng tira pumasok, no. Yung run nila nakaka-nervyos eh. Medyo muntik na kami, may maganda silang run, mabuti na lang medyo napigilan namin. So ayun, we hope na umpisa na ng win streak. Mabigat yung next game namin, Hinebra, pero dapat makabalik kami kung gusto naming may chance pa kami sa conference na to.
This game was important for various reasons. Phoenix hoping to stretch a 3-game winning streak, while on the other hand, Rainer Shine hoping to end their losing run. And we were off to a good start. Took a while before we finally nailed some baskets.
Monocomian, 11 points in the first quarter. Same naman para dun sa import ng Phoenix. Johnson with 12 points in the first. Tuffin lit it up from the 3-point area, knocking down 2 threes in the first quarter.
And that's the kind of game that Tuffin brings. Here's the corner shot. That'll work. So we're off to a good shooting start, and Fuller delivering from 3-point country. It was close and tight in the first quarter.
Well, 5-point lead para dito sa Rainer Shine in the first quarter because of the 10 turnovers ng Phoenix in the first 12 minutes.
And don't think your eyes are deceiving you, because both teams will score the same amount of points in the second quarter.
Tama, 25 to 30 nung first quarter. Ganun din ang mangyari sa second quarter. But the second quarter, Luis Villegas coming off the bench, providing that spark. He had 8 points in the second quarter.
This guy can shoot, huh? This big guy can shoot. That's a difficult angle to work for by Perkins, but he has to develop that shot from the outside. And then this one, hindi chamba yan. Tumamasabot.
Pero may ngiti naman.
Kala nyo, ha? 10 points ang lamang ng Rainer Shine. Tapos sabi nga ng Yanggam, magkaroon ng run ang Phoenix, but not before this big onslaught.
Well, matagal na pako itong Rainer Shine sa 78 in that third quarter. Making this big run by Phoenix. Jason Perkins, give him enough space, he'll be able to score.
Tapos mabawasan ito unti-unti eh. Parang nag-dissolve. Ayan, tingnan nyo. 78-66. Bigla na lang tumakbo ang kupunan ng Phoenix. Mamuyac, dating Rainer Shine. At ito, ang daming ganitong lusot ng kupunan ng Rainer Shine actually.
Miscommunication, Nokum just able to get wide open to the lane, all the way to the basket for that layup.
And then in the fourth quarter, finally finishing touches, and as Doc correctly pointed out, right place to go to is their import.
Hinanap nila ng hinanap, especially itong si Luis Villegas, hinanap itong si Aaron Fuller to be able to get the 2 points inside. Johnson, medyo tahimik din siya in the fourth quarter.
Nadepensahan eh, di ba? Buong laro, and Tuffin would not stop, continued to plug away. But in the end, there was the big presence of the import of Rainer Shine.
A good find by Adrian Nokum, finding their import, and that's basically it. And that sealed the win for Rainer Shine.
First win after 2 straight losses. First loss of Phoenix after 3 straight wins.